Welcome back to the Curios cast. This episode, we're talking about the world's oldest meme and the history of memes. Do we love it?
Fucking mic just fell straight down.
You
I
what?
know that's going to be in the shot. My mic just collapsed like flop. It had an absolute flop instantly.
Do we all like memes
yeah.
here, boys?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we are the meme generation, aren't we? I think. Are we the meme or are you the meme generation?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I remember life before memes.
Different types of memes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tom's a whole new breed of meme.
I guess I remember seeing meme. I mean, I'm sure you're going to go through the history of memes. So I don't want to tread on your piss on your turnips. But like, yeah, I remember like life before. I guess I remember life of different memes when they weren't
memes.
a meme.
Yeah.
Life before memes. Imagine.
You'll like this episode then, Rob. This segment. It'll be like living through meme history.
Is it going to be
Reminiscing.
nostalgia? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like a BuzzFeed list?
Oh yeah. Top 25 memes you forgot.
You're not about to tell us that the oldest meme is like 10 billion years old, are you?
No. So there's actually, I guess this is a bit of like clickbait
Like, Rob,
because the
was it-
actual oldest meme is like disputed. I think I have the answer though.
We've solved it.
So
Okay.
We've solved
Nice.
it.
yeah, but
By the way, speaking of stuff that was really old, who thought that diggers and that was really old? Or like
Rob googled how old cranes
I googled
were
cranes,
and
didn't I?
it said 10 million years old.
But then I found the actual answer was like that they were old cranes. Like,
Yeah, but
like-
humans weren't around 10 million years ago.
yeah, all right, yeah.
Did cranes? How did they build us without cranes?
maybe we're the crane.
But yeah, so this episode's all about memes. People might get a bit mad in some sections because I don't mention their favourite meme. You know, we're going through meme history, and there's, of course, different eras of memes. I can't list all of the memes because there are an incredible amount of memes, almost as many as the amount of times I'm going to say the word meme.
Are we being sponsored by memes?
Big meme, yeah.
Big
Should we call it meme for the whole episode?
Meme.
Like we called it fucking cicadia.
Oh, yeah. So I guess to get started off, we kind of need to talk about what is a meme, because it is one of those things that everyone inherently knows what a meme is at this sort of time in history anyway. At this point, everyone knows what a meme is. They see a meme, they know what it is.
It does remind me, just quickly, there was a time in life when people didn't know how to pronounce it. I remember arguing with people about fucking meme or meme.
Mhm.
It's
Used to
like
piss
GIF
me
and
off.
GIF, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's still debated, that one, actually, isn't it?
yeah. And there is like
People do have a masturbate about that, don't they?
have a massive
Yeah, like-
yeah. So, I guess the dictionary definition, or a couple of the definitions of a meme, is that it is an element of a culture or system of behaviour passed from one individual to another by imitation or other non-genetic means, or it is an image, video, or piece of text, etc., typically humorous in nature, that is copied and spread rapidly by internet users, often with slight variations. So
the first one is like, it's a word outside of what we now understand to be a meme.
I guess so,
Is that what
yeah.
it's kinda
So
saying?
I guess that first one's almost getting a little bit kind of like philosophical with it, as saying it's not just a funny picture that gets spread around. It is a way. It's a system or behaviour or an element, which I guess it kind of is at this point. Like, it's not necessarily always a picture. Like, a meme can just be, like a comeback to a phrase, or a dance can be a meme. So as long as it gets, I think the two main things, as long as it gets spread around, and if there's slight variations of it. So if you have this funny picture and then it gets edited or the text gets changed, then that is a meme.
Does that mean folk music is a meme?
I guess so. It can be used as a meme, I guess.
Does it mean that if we'd have Googled meme
what does
30
it mean?
years ago,
What does it mean?
Shut up, fuck off. If we'd have Googled meme like 30 years ago, it still would have been in the dictionary.
It
Or
would have,
not.
I guess, because it was originally coined in 1976 by Richard Dawkins. Right.
The Richard Dawkins.
The Richard Dawkins, the evolutionary biologist. He's all about evolution and stuff.
You'd love him. He hates God.
He does.
He's
really well.
a famous skeptic, isn't he?
Yeah. And he wrote a book called The Selfish Game. I have no idea what it's about, but he used the word meme to explain how cultural information spreads, and meme culture kind of from, in 1976, it wasn't I guess he was the first person to use it, obviously, but it was kind of in the 80s and then in the 90s when memeing started actually being what we know it is today. So the word actually comes, the reason why a meme is a meme is it comes from the Greek word memema, which means that which is imitated, and then the English word for gene, because genes become altered as they sort of reproduce from generation to generation. So, memema, it gets replicated, and generation, it's slightly altered and changed as it goes on. And
very nice.
Bang, that's how you make a meme.
Simple as. I thought you meant gene as in the name.
No.
Yeah.
No, like...
It's very warm in my room at the moment.
Yeah.
My brain is not working.
But yeah, I guess, as we were saying earlier, we're at a point now where those exact definitions don't exactly reflect what a meme is now. Anything can kind of be a meme. Sometimes even when it hasn't been reiterated and altered in those kind of ways, you can just, just a word or a joke, can be a meme. Someone will say a joke and just say, "Oh, I was just memeing," the same way. I know, Rob, you had a little rant a couple of weeks ago about how people have changed the word troll or trolling. It used to mean, playing a light-hearted prank and tricking somebody, and now it's just used because you're being a dickhead on the internet.
On the internet, yeah.
So anyone who's just being an idiot on the internet is now a troll. And it's almost like now any joke, whether it's on the internet or not, people would say meme.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
So people say that IRL now? You would say
yeah, I think so.
We could be hanging out and you might say, "I was just memeing, mate. Don't,
Yeah, it's just a meme, bro."
Right.
But but yeah, I guess
get
memes.
I wish we were famous. If this was a big, huge thing, you could have that as a T-shirt.
What? Just a meme, bro.
It's just a meme, bro. That'd be our sponsored merch. Maybe we make that. Anyway.
Maybe we do it, and that's how we blow up. Be like, oh,
sell one to Inevitable Vegan Future.
They're the guys who made the "It's Just a Meme, Bro" T-shirts. But yeah, so now, the word meme, I guess, encompasses quite a lot of different things, but it used to be quite a specific thing. So we're going to look at that. We're going to go back to the 1990s. I wasn't around in the 1990s, so I had to look all this up. No. I guess the first wave of what we know as memes, and sort of definitive internet memes that we saw were ones that were in chainmail. So emails that would just
Dancing
be sent.
Baby.
Yeah. There we go. So
yeah.
What
did you say?
Dancing Baby?
Oh, fucking hell, yeah.
My granddad used to send me that.
Yeah.
There we go. Your granddad, early
fucking
adopter
hell.
of the memes.
He was. He's an absolute meme god.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know the Dancing Baby, it's also sometimes referred to as the Ooga Chooga Baby, because it's dancing to that song that's like Ooga Chooga, Ooga Chooga. The song is Hooked on a Feeling
Ooga
by
Shaka, but
Blue Swede.
I was going to say Ooga Shaka.
Ooga Shaka.
Ooga Shaka. Ooga Shaka.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Can we have him spinning around on the screen now? Is that possible?
Oh yeah. Anyone who's watching on YouTube, you're the privileged who's going to see all these memes coming up on the screen. To those listening, I'm going to do my best to try and describe every meme that we talk about.
It's a great song, by the way. Very weird. It's a good song. We did it as a first dance once.
It's a strange choice for a first.
That is.
Yeah. Did they do the baby
dancing baby dance?
Nah, I think it's because it's on that film. A lot of people like that film.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah,
that film,
the blue guy and the tree.
The blue guy in the tree. The blue guy in the tree.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is this another one of your dog driving a car stories?
No, the wrestler that's a blue guy and the tree, the big tree.
The wrestler that's a blue guy and the tree.
He's an actual, he used to be a WWE wrestler and he's blue in it. I think he's blue.
Oh,
No.
yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Batista. Is he blue?
Oh,
Batista, that's it. Is he blue?
I don't know. I'm the colourblind one.
He's got something on him, and he's got like blue or something.
Anyway.
But anyway, yeah. So you had
Dave Batista,
the dancing baby.
Yes.
Which, yeah, for anyone who can't picture it, it is like this kind of weird looking 3D rendered baby that was wearing like, I guess it's just a baby in like a nappy or diaper, and the baby's dancing around on a plain black background to that song "Hooked on a Feeling" by Blue Swede. It
used to come up on like Ally McBeal, I seem to remember as well. Strangely,
Ally McBeal. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I sort of don't really know what it is either. Like my sister used to watch it. It's kind of like just an American 90s
like
sitcom
stupid,
thing.
Yeah,
I think she was a lawyer or something. I don't know. But the baby used to come up on that. She'd like imagine it.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah. I guess probably because of the meme that was going around.
Yeah. So it was around for a little while before some guy basically compressed it from the video it was. So, you know, as a video, it was on websites that you would go on. They'd have the dancing baby there. And someone compressed it into a GIF. And that is where it was spread amongst like chainmail. And, you know, it was kind of used in any kind of scenario that you would dance to, like it's Friday and like just a baby dancing and stuff, like, you know, stupid 1996 meme humor. But
when you used to just send emails to each other to chat.
Yeah,
that's weird, isn't it? It seems so old fashioned now.
Yeah, so, and that's kind of all you had in the 90s. In that first wave was I'm not going to spend too much time describing all these memes from the 90s because for the most part they suck. Like they're not good.
As much as
they're
me and
not
George
good
would enjoy
memes,
the nostalgia trip.
Whether people thought they were good at the time or not, I wasn't around. So
yeah, I'm not sure they did.
I'm as old as that dancing baby, 96.
Actually,
yeah.
That's mad.
What
about Hamster Dance? Is that on there as well?
You what?
Hamster Dance. That was another shit fucking equivalent thing.
I've seen. Yeah,
but it was just a website you went to. It wasn't thing you just went to this website and it was. I can't remember. It was like some song that was playing.
That's a good classic.
It was
having to go to a website for a meme.
It was that yeah, websites for memes. Yeah, fuck, that was how you saw a meme, but you went on a website.
Did you ever use? I remember using eBombs World.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to use eBombs World. Yeah,
2000s, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
eBombs World is where a lot of these were like originally shared. And that's where most people would see it. Especially in the early 2000s. And the early 2000s is where we start to see the classic meme format that really elevated memery to the next level, I think. And that is the top text, bottom text memes.
Yes.
Also known as advice animals, which was the term popularized on Reddit. That's what there's a r/advice animals subreddit, and everyone's seen them. Top text, bottom text. They were essentially just a picture, and it would either be usually just a person or sometimes an animal or like a little cartoon, and it would have top text and then the bottom text, which would be usually the punchline. So some of the most popular of the top text, bottom text memes were Bad Luck Brian, which was just this unfortunate picture of this kid who had a really bad like yearbook photo, or
braces and
braces. Like I can't remember if he had like big thick glasses.
No, I didn't have glasses.
It normally comes up in one of those like person behind the meme. Where are they now? Innit? And you normally see those articles.
I think
and there he
he's
is,
been in
like,
a video recently. Maybe a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah, so I've sent you guys the article, the story behind Bad Luck Brian, which has some examples there. So like some of the examples, it's essentially just saying that this kid just has really bad luck. So ringtone goes off at a funeral, and then the bottom text is staying alive. You know, that's so funny. You know, staying alive at a funeral.
Well, not really a funny anecdote, but on that subject, when I was living with my uncle, somewhere like a relative died, but like a distant relative. So I didn't know him when I was in Australia, and he went to the funeral. And I didn't know what time the funeral was. I didn't know anything about it. I was at work or whatever. So I phoned him up for something. So I phoned him up, and it didn't. Like, it just rang and rang and rang, but he didn't pick up. He didn't like deny the call or anything. So I kept trying to ring him, and eventually it just stopped. So I was like, okay, that's weird. And then got home that evening, and it turns out that he'd been at the funeral. Obviously, when I'd rung him, his phone had gone off in his pocket, and he had the Benny Hill theme song as his thing. And my aunt said he got up. He was like trying to get it out of his pocket. Obviously, couldn't get the answer the call, or whatever. Couldn't silence the phone. So he ran down the aisle, like the aisle of the church, into one of like the side rooms, and was trying to answer the phone, and eventually turned it off.
Yeah, running down the aisle to Benny Hill music.
To the Benny Hill thing.
Yeah, terrible. But that is a bad luck Brian moment, such as tries to stealthily fart in class, shits. You know, like these.
We've all been there.
Yeah, these are the kind of memes we were chuckling at in 2004.
I think this is the golden age of memes.
Yeah, this is like the industrial revolution of memes, I think.
Yeah, where they weren't too mean. You know, there's no mean stuff really.
No.
It was mostly light-hearted.
Yeah. Some other examples were overly attached girlfriend, which was a girl who was looking directly into the camera, smiling, but in like a really sort of creepy looking way. And then there's some examples here of.
She been around that long?
You what?
I think she'd been around that long.
Oh yeah, she was actually like this picture of her was like a screen cap from a video she made. She was like an early days vlogger. Like she was doing it.
Yeah.
Either
she was doing it as a
YouTube.
character. It was meant to be a joke, wasn't it? Like, so it kind of worked out for her.
Yeah. And there was an article about her recently about
Yeah, I think I read that.
It was she's had a journey. I think she like just completely came off the internet and was like she couldn't handle it, and then came back, and now she's all right. I think it had a good twist at the end, I think. But some examples of overly attached girlfriend were, it took you 15 minutes to get home. Google Maps said it takes 12. Who is she? And just like shitty little jokes about this obviously girlfriend who's crazy and overly attached.
Scumbag Steve, you got Scumbag Steve?
Scumbag Steve was a good one. Yeah, he was like some guy standing in a doorway with like a backwards cap on, and it would
like a backwards Burberry cap as well.
And it would always be. I can't think of like an example off the top of my head, but he would just do scummy things. There was the opposite of that. There was Good Guy Greg, who was this guy who was like smiling and like looked like he was smoking a joint, and it would be like borrows $5, gives back 10 or something. It's like, Good Guy Steve.
Scumbag Steve would probably be. I had a friend that actually I lent him some money, or someone lent him some money, and he gave back the money with blood on it. He'd obviously used it to snort some sort of drugs, bled on it, and returned it.
That is a scumbag move. Yeah, that is scumbag.
Fucking horrible, isn't it?
One of my mates owed me some money. It was only £5 or something for like a bet that we'd had, and obviously I hadn't seen him over lockdown for ages, and it became like a running thing saying, "Oh, if you got my £5." Eventually, I went out for a walk with a few of my friends a little while ago, and he said, "I've got your money finally," and he pulled out all these fucking 1p's and 2p's in little bags. I went, "Here you go, that's your £5."
Brilliant.
I was like, I don't want it, but I had to take it.
Scumbag Steve moment there.
Yeah, Scumbag Steve.
You had the most interesting man in the world. He was also known as the I don't always man, and it was like this.
Don't think I know that one.
I don't know if he's like famous.
I think it's from an advert. I think for like a drink or.
He's like is this old, good-looking guy, and he's like leaning on his elbow with a drink on the table, and
Oh yeah.
I don't always
yeah.
drop ice on the floor, but when I do, I shamelessly kick it under the fridge. Like, it's not funny, but it's just one of those things that someone would share on Facebook, and everyone would be, I'd do that, and share it as well. But yeah, that I think
simply not.
that was a good time in memeing, with the top text, bottom text. That was really the point where everyone started to understand what a meme was, even if they didn't call it a meme. They just thought it was a funny picture or like a comic or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone would share it. Everyone related to it. You also had rage comics as well, which were like poorly drawn, like expressionate faces. I guess were just designed to like show emotion and reaction to things. So you had like Trollface was one of the kings of the rage comics. You had the Fa face, which was just showing like anger, and it just had loads of F's and U's like to show he was screaming fuck.
Me gusta was my favourite.
Right.
Me gusta, yeah.
Me gusta.
Why do this or that? That thing.
And they were kind of like, I think at the time they were for the younger generation. Like mums and dads would be sharing the top text, bottom text posts in maybe 2005, 2006, maybe 7 or 8. And they didn't understand the rage comics. But the kids, me, I understood the rage comics. That was up my alley. And that was what me and my mates were memeing with, was the rage comics. And there were tons of these faces. There's like so many, like, and there'd be different variations of them as well. And obviously, like, sticking to what a meme is that they were being slightly changed or like applied to different situations.
They've had a resurgence recently, but more because I don't know how. I don't want to go too far into it and steal your thunder, just in case you're going to talk about it. But memes now have like gone so far that there's like a subculture of just depressed people, just creating memes. But there's like old rage comics that are being recycled and turned into these just like ridiculous.
And there's a lot of irony in them as well now.
Yeah, that's it. They're just like ironic. An ironic subculture around being unsuccessful and being depressed.
Yeah,
which is just a strange thing to do. But I don't even know if it's a lot of the times it's just doing it for the meme. It's not actually anything more than just being like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do this meme.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's like it's just an ironic thing.
Yeah, and also at the time when these rage comics and the top text, bottom text posts were popular, they were popular because people thought they were funny. And now they're making a resurgence because people know they're not funny and people are using them in this ironic way. And the funny thing is that they're not funny. It is this kind of
meta.
I know. Memes are deeper than you think.
Yeah.
But we'll move on.
Am I basically like, or you old millennial, because I still kind of find some memes funny?
I find things that aren't funny.
Yeah.
So for me, memes are perfect.
Yeah.
When I was doing the research for this, I was looking at a lot of memes, and I was picking a couple that I thought, I looked at it and I thought, that's not funny. It's a good example of what we used to think was funny. But then every time I kind of looked at it, it actually made me laugh a little bit more. Like the more I looked at it, I was like, it was more laughing at it like, this is ridiculous. What am I doing? Like saving all these memes to my desktop. But yeah, we'll move on. We'll go to the mid to late 2000s. The groundwork had been laid. Memes were being thrown around everywhere, like spunk in a brothel, and there was much more spunk to come.
Double barrel.
Because the mid to late 2000s was when social media started really taking off. Of course, you had your MySpace and your Bebos before that, but this was when YouTube and Twitter became a thing. This was the next wave of social media that actually stuck around. YouTube, I think, was 2007. And even though we had video memes before that, and like you said, like on E-Bombs World, you'd have videos that people would share. YouTube, of course, just brought that to the masses. And that's when we had videos like, and I've got a few here listed. We've got the Numa Numa guy.
Yes.
Hey.
For anyone who doesn't know the Numa Numa guy, it was quite a large gentleman who was basically just filming himself lip syncing, and the quality on the video is awful. It must be like not even 120p, like 4p's. Like it is awful quality, but he's just getting into it. And do you know the name of the song? It's the one that's like Maya.
I think it's called Maya He.
Maya.
Maya He.
Maya.
Maya Ha. Yeah. Presa Numa Numa
I
Re.
remember something about that with like the music video was to do with a plane or something, or is that another meme video that is being used in?
That might be a different one. This video, the Numa Numa guy, he was just. The video was just him, and it was just him just lip syncing the whole song. But he's going for it, like, really animated, over the top.
It's the actual music video for the song.
Yeah.
So I remember when that came out.
He had a big mouth.
Constantly on the hits. Remember the hits?
Yeah, and that video was huge, and that was one that was perfect to meme on. I even done it. I remember I was in year 9, so I was 13, 14 years old, and I was on like the classic Normandy French trip you used to go on, like, with a school. And we was on the coach, and we just obviously got bored on the coach or whatever. My mate is filming me on his phone, just lip syncing to that song, just copying the Numa Numa guy. And obviously we thought it was hilarious being like a 14-year-old just copying this video that we know is really popular and really funny, and we love it, and we just and we're passing the phone around, everyone's filming it, everyone's watching it back, being like, this is great, we're going to upload this when we get home, we'll get millions of views as well. And I don't know where I'd love to dig up that video, but that was like 50 phones ago.
50 phones ago.
Yeah.
Do you think the song actually like popular everywhere, or was it kind of like it was like a slightly obscure like Spanish song or something, and he did that video, so then the song then did get popular everywhere? I feel like it was that way around.
The song definitely came before the video, because I remember hearing the song probably in like 2003 or 2004 or something.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Because I'm sure it was on the hits.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really know the song if it wasn't for that video, because I wasn't around listening to music and stuff when the song came out. So it was through that video that I kind of learnt a song. I'm sure I would have heard it, but it wouldn't be as ingrained in my mind. And whenever I hear that song, I picture that man.
Well, yeah, people think it's the Numa Numa song.
Yeah. I know one of Rob's favourite sort of video memes is the Tay Zonday chocolate rain.
I love Tay Zonday, yeah.
If you go back and listen through the episode, I think Rob has referenced it multiple times, but it was a video of a YouTuber who went by the name Tay Zonday, and the video was actually around before YouTube. It was on 4chan first, but it went viral when it went on YouTube in 2007, and he's singing a song. I don't know if it's an original song of his. It's an
original Tay Zonday number, yeah. Chocolate Rain.
Called Chocolate Rain. And one of the reasons why the video got popular is that sort of after every other line, he leans away from the microphone to breathe. And that's his thing, is that he...
but it was the caption that came up. It was one of those things that, like, it's like it's like historians, internet historians can talk about it as like a archetypal, like it exists purely for that form factor. Like there's no other way that type of video could have existed and become popular. Like if it wasn't for the medium of the internet, and that type of thing, like where else would that have been displayed? And that weird, and putting up a caption, I move away from the mic to breathe, like.
Yeah,
and it's so amicable. Like people that's what I think made it so good as well, because someone could do a spoof of it, and you knew it was meant to be that.
And even to this day, you reference it whenever one of us leans away from the mic. If I quite often, if I've got like a burp, I'll like lean away, And
yeah, I've got quite a cough today, so I'm constantly Tay Zonday.
Yeah, and we do it before we record and we're just on this call. So often you'll walk away from the mic to sort out a cable or something, and we can't hear you, and then you come back saying, "Lean away from the microphone to breathe." It's something that you've been referencing for years, all because of this one video.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I probably watched it in 2007, so I've been probably referencing that now. Lawford levels of time. What's that? 14 years.
Infinitesimal. That's the other way around, right? Infinitesimal means small, right?
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, you had Keyboard Cat. Classic.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. It's a cat wearing a suit, playing a keyboard. It's great. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Leave Britney Alone. Classic.
Yeah.
I never actually watched the full video, but it was some guy crying and screaming into the microphone saying "Leave Britney alone."
Yeah,
that one I just recognised from the capture, print screen of it. It was always on. I can just see that in my mind. I've never watched the video, but I can see his face staring at me right now.
Yeah.
Well, I recognise a lot of these, and I found out about some of these even. Some of them I didn't know about, because Weezer did a video. There was a song, and the music video, it started with them playing on a webcam, and then it sort of cut out, and all these Tay Zonday was in it, Leave Britney Alone guys in it. So really, I used to love that video. I can't remember the name of the song.
Yeah.
And there's loads of different people. It's like a memey video. It's a good one to check out while you're feeling memey.
Yeah. And literally, Weezer are memeing that video because they're doing their own little, spin on it and sort of taking that and putting it into their piece of art. Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife. A classic.
Yes.
We spoke about that a few episodes ago, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Gregory brothers, wasn't it? That started to do those auto tunes. Me and my friends worked out how to play it. We got really obsessed with Double Rainbow one time.
Oh,
that other one they did.
That was another one.
Remember that one?
That's one of my
still, obviously, if I see a rainbow now, I cannot help but say, because I also want to say these words, and I because I'm it's so vivid, it is so bright and so vivid, but I just can't help but, because that is what I want to say to describe it. And the other day I did see a proper double rainbow all the way across the sky, and it was so bright and so vivid. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But then, carry on. That'll come back to me.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was it. We went to a festival once. Got so obsessed with that song. It was a festival where you could park next to your car.
Park next to your car.
Park next to your tent, sorry. But you could park next to your tent. So it wasn't like Reading or something. It's a walk a mission. It's called Cropped. It's like a folk festival. So, and there's quite a lot of old people there, so they ain't walking far. So you park, and then there's your tent. So we kept just going in my mate Ad's car, connecting our phone to the aux and just playing Double Rainbow song. So then obviously when we went to leave, the fucking battery was flat. Oh. And luckily they sort of are anticipating this, so they have an AA guy on hand, and we only had to wait an hour while he helped a couple of other people, and then he got to us.
Brilliant.
All those old people must have just been befuddled by all these meme videos you're playing. They don't know what Double Rainbow all the way across the sky.
Everybody kept hearing that, thinking, what the fuck are they playing?
Yeah. So these were kind of videos that they were good enough to meme just on their own. The Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife. It's this guy doing an interview. He's really over the top and wacky, and the things that he's saying are very quotable and very memey. But then someone makes a music video out of it by auto-tuning it, putting it to a little beat, and now it's just extra meming and it gets even more attention.
I've just remembered something that... Are you going to ask us later about our favourite memes? Because I've just remembered one, so I've just typed it in there just to remind me.
Yeah, we'll have a little meme review at the end. And so you had other videos. David after the dentist, that kid who's all high after going to the dentist and he's just chatting shit. Charlie bit my finger. There you go.
Do you know they just sold that, haven't they, as an NFT?
Did, yeah. Yeah. So that was the next step, moving on from just pictures and GIFs. Of course, video memeing took it to the next level. Just meant it could spread in different ways. Now instead of it just being a picture that spread, people could quote it to each other. So that kind of brought it into the real world rather than it just being on the internet. We now had IRL. Memes.
Am I memeing when I say IRL?
I guess so, because there's a
should have Tay Zonday.
Category of memes called Me IRL, which is kind of like self-depreciating jokes, and
self-deprecating.
Deprecating. What did I say?
Depreciating.
Sorry. No, it just
it's like an asset that devalues. Yeah.
But
self-depreciating would be quite good, because that means you just like
get worse
losing value.
Worse.
Just like
yeah.
kind of still works. But yeah, the punchline for the Me IRL actually goes at the front. So like the title of the post will just be Me IRL. There's a whole subreddit which is just Me _ IRL, and then like there's an example here. It'll be up on the screen, but it just says the world is a cruel and unjust place. There is no harmony in the universe. The only constant is suffering. Minutes later, oh my god, a cat, and then like a picture of someone being like real happy that there's a kitten there. So yeah, they're just these jokes that are meant to sort of just take the piss out of yourself. But yeah, so even just the phrase IRL, which is short for in real life, is now a meme.
Everything's a meme. Everything's a meme if you put your mind to it.
Oh yeah. So moving through to the 2010s.
I don't get what's different about them to other memes then. What makes them that subcategory?
I guess have a look at the subreddit and that'll kind of like give you a vibe for it.
That just looks like rage comics again.
I guess it is. They can be rage comics, and they can not be rage comics as well. Sometimes they're just like a tweet. I guess it's just more the context of the meme rather than the actual meme itself. But yeah, we'll move through to the 2010s.
Yeah.
And obviously we're at a point there where YouTube has been around for a long time. We've got these video memes. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. Everyone's memeing. And it was not just a part of internet culture, but it was, a way people interacted with each other was through memes and quoting memes that they'd seen. Singing lyrics from meme videos and putting their own twist depending on the situation. And then we got Vine, which most people know what Vine is, but it was a video sharing platform where the videos were 6 seconds or less. So that kind of
old-fashioned TikTok for those younger listeners.
Yeah. So before TikTok, we had Vine, and that kind of cultivated like a new style of video memes where, because you had such a short time to get the joke across, it made this kind of like hectic, like erratic and kind of random video style where it was sort of like set up, punchline, bang, and like
it was shit, really, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know. People love the memes. Like
people
do love Vines, and I still see people now sharing like Vine compilations and like the best Vines, and people still quote
what happened? Did Facebook or someone buy it and then like squash it?
Twitter bought it, yeah. So Twitter bought it, and it worked well for a while because it was really well incorporated with Twitter. So you'd put like a Vine link, and it would just play natively within Twitter, and that still gives the Viner a play, like a view or whatever. But yeah, I wasn't big on like watching Vines. I don't really know many of them. There's some people that will just quote Vines for days. I used
to find a lot of them funny. There was some really like just stupid.
They
stuff
are, yeah.
That was just really funny.
And I think it's the same as like TikTok now, where you might look at a TikTok or two and you think this is shit, like this is dumb. Yeah. But there is a lot of gold out there. There's a lot of shit, but then when you do find those gold, they are really funny. Same with most things, right? But yeah, you had Damn Daniel, which was one of them. That was one of the most popular sort of like running jokes.
Daniel.
Where this kid was filming his mate Daniel turning up to school, and when he had white Vans on, he'd be like, "Damn, Daniel with the white Vans," and like, that was it. And this kid would just turn around and be like, "Fuck off," and it was like just funny to see his reaction. And the way the kid was saying "Damn, Daniel" was just the punchline.
Right.
I can't think of like many others. There was I'm in my mum's car. That's a good one.
That was a classic.
There you go.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Was that originally on Vine?
I think so.
Was that
Yeah.
Vine then?
I'm in my mum's car. Boom, boom,
Boom.
Get out my car. So yeah, you had some great Vines. There was one that was someone asking this kid what is 9 plus 10, and then he goes 21. And now, whenever I hear the word 21, my brain goes 21. And that's the case for a lot of people, I guess.
Was I Like Turtles? That was way before Vine, wasn't it? That's like an old nugget.
Yeah, that guy will not reply to my messages. I'm trying to talk to him.
What, the I Like Turtles kid?
Yeah, the I Like Turtles kid.
I like turtles.
Yeah,
I love it.
That was one of my favourites. I think the actual video was maybe even older than YouTube, and then it got uploaded to YouTube when it became a thing and became big.
Our mutual friend Jupp was pretty funny on Vine. Did you know Jupp, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you not know? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was he was funny on Vine, and he got like a bit of a following, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he listens to the podcast. Shout out Jupp if you're listening.
Oh, he's listening.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got
big on the Vine.
A Vine
Yeah,
archive.
I remember one that I found funny. Him talking about like sneezing when you're driving. As classic Vine content, and being like, like worried that you're going to crash, obviously, because you shut your eyes.
Yeah. But yeah, Vine was good, and that kind of led the way for things like now, like you said, where we've got TikTok, which has a similar style, and sort of like videos of that style are still constantly being shared just throughout Facebook and Twitter, like that short little. But like if you're scrolling, you see a video that's like 3 seconds long, you'll click on it, and then if it makes you laugh, like great, and then it can become a meme.
Yeah, I still think of. I don't think of TikToks and Vines as memes.
Well,
like for me, a meme is just a picture. You know what I mean? But I guess that's just because I've just come to associate a picture.
Yeah, that's
with
what
memes.
I think of. If you ask me what a meme is, I think of a picture.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just we're of that.
Yeah, that's the whole discussion is how they're evolving. And it's almost like they've become not just a joke or anything. They're kind of like actually a way to communicate sometimes, almost like the same way emojis are kind of like, I guess, this era's version of like hieroglyphics in a way, where you can just post one emoji and that can convey like a whole message depending on the context of like what you're replying to. And like something really simple can have quite a bigger meaning. Like, for example, the best example is in gaming culture, just the letter F, which comes from Call of Duty. There's this one mission in Call of Duty where like your buddy dies or whatever, and you're at his funeral. And in most games, you press on a keyboard. If you're playing with keyboard, you either press E or you press F to like interact with things, pick things up, open the door, stuff like that. And in this little cutscene, your first person perspective next to this coffin with the American flag draped over it, and then it says press F to pay respects. And then you just press F and your character like puts his hand on the coffin and is like, farewell soldier, or whatever he says. And it just became a meme of like press F to pay respects. And now, especially if you're on like a gaming platform like Twitch and someone fails at something, someone dies in the game, someone just loses, the chat will just be filled with Fs. Like hundreds of people just F. And it's like, it's a meme because people are joking. People are like, you lost F. But then also in a way, it's a little bit like people will use it in a genuine, sincere way. Like if you're watching someone who you really like, or I've said it IRL to friends when, like, whether we've been playing a game and, like, they've got, I don't know, we might be sitting around a table playing poker and someone's got a shit hand. It's like, F, man. And it's like, and it's come out of the internet and it's now in real life. But it's almost because it's encapsulated within that culture. It's this inside joke. It's this inside thing that we have.
Yeah, but I do find myself sort of, I guess it's not quite the same, but I find myself in an ironic way saying lol.
Yeah.
You know, a lot. Like, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Like,
but it comes around from being ironic to not being ironic. Like, you use it so much in an ironic way that now you're starting to use it naturally. You might say, like, someone says something, like, lol, and
and you just become like Lawford, a living, breathing.
You are
meme.
a meme.
Yeah, Lawford is a meme.
Lawford's
transformed a meme, die a meme.
Yeah.
And we're also at the point now where we've literally got memes built into the keyboards of our phones. Like, the way, the main way that humans communicate now, which is on their phones, on the internet, you literally press a button and you've got like thousands of reaction GIFs. And memes are like such a big part of communicating now. And that kind of brings us up to the modern day. That is the history of memes. So I guess we'll talk about the oldest meme. So I looked this up quite a while ago, like years ago. I was just thinking, I wonder what the oldest meme is, because I think I read an article about there's every now and again they'll find like some graffiti from like in Rome from, you know, some Roman soldier, and he'll be writing about how he fucked some other Roman soldier's mum, or like there'll just be like a dick drawn on the wall. Yeah, and it's all in Latin, but people will translate it. That's the word. Will translate the Latin, and it will be someone talking about how they shag someone, or how someone has a small dick, or just the kind of thing that
it's good to know that like humanity hasn't changed in
that is good.
But that didn't really count as a meme to me. Like, there was nothing that was like replicated. It wasn't like a running joke. It was just, that's just, you know, that's guys being guys, man. And so I looked up quite a while ago what the oldest meme was, and I found the answer. And
what do you reckon, Rob? How long ago you thinking? It's not. I'm going to give you a clue. It's not 10,000 BC.
I'm going to go Victorian times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go. It's going to be ancient. Some ancient civilization. It's going to be like Babylonians. Whenever they were.
So this is going to be a lot less this is going to be so anticlimactic because
it's going to be
like
1986.
Nowhere near that old. I looked it up ages ago, like I said, and I kind of logged that in my brain, and I knew what the oldest meme was now. And then when I had the idea for this episode, I just typed in world's oldest meme, and there was a new entry. There was an article that wasn't there when I looked it up. So this article from the BBC here shows a 1921 cartoon, and it asks, "Is this the first ever meme?" And it's actually quite a funny meme. I actually quite like this. If you think it's a meme, so it's a 2-panel comic, and it's a picture of like a very handsome looking man who looks like he might have like mascara and makeup on, hair perfectly polished, wearing a suit, and underneath it says, "How you think when a flashlight is taken." Or how you think you look when a flashlight is taken. I assume they mean like photograph. And then the next one is how you really look, and it's like just a really poorly drawn, like, this face has like no features on it, just perfectly like round eyes with one line for the eyebrow, one line for a nose, and one line for
that, isn't it?
That's proper meme, isn't it? Yeah, there's loads of those. Like
so there's loads of them.
What you think you look like? How you really look.
So there's loads of them now. But this comic was the first time it was done. There's no like record of this kind of joke being done before this, and it wasn't really replicated. So is it a meme? And if you scroll down a little bit in the article, there's some other people like memeing it now. Like they're doing, like one of them's reversed it. So you've got the shit image, then the good one. It's if you don't love me at my in the first image, you don't deserve me at my second image. And they even say in this article about the fact that is it a meme because it hasn't been replicated? So is this the first meme? But then the only thing they can find is that there is a another edition, I think from the same comic, from 1919 or 1920. So it was actually earlier, and it's a similar like 2-panel comic, and underneath it says, "Arranging a date as your roommate describes her as she is," and then it's a picture of like this guy painting a picture. He's telling the guy, "Oh, go on this date with my friend," and there's like a little thought bubble above, and it has this, I guess, good-looking woman in a fancy hat, like a nice profile photo, and then as she is, it's not as attractive, traditionally attractive-looking female, and the two guys are like, "Oh no," and it's a good meme, you know, like a expectations versus reality type thing, and but I don't think this classes as a meme, because even though they are both 2-panel comics, they're not memeing on each other. They're both completely different. So I don't think this is the first meme.
I guess what's funny is looking back at it is that they are like, technically by the definition of meme, no, they're not. But they are. It's like now, like you could have made that now.
Oh yeah, they're both
like,
so relevant
that's
now.
What's funny about it. They are like a now meme. They're like, they're exactly done now. Things exactly like that, which is odd, which makes them sort of examples of this thing that we do now. Whether it technically is what the definition of a meme is probably not, but
I think you could say
it is kind of that thing that we do, isn't it?
I'm going to give it meme status.
Well, so
gets my vote.
If you do believe that to be a meme, then that is when the first meme was, 1921. If you don't believe that to be the first meme, then the verified first meme comes from World War II, so much more recently, 1940s, and it's known as Kilroy Was Here. It has quite a large Wikipedia article if anyone wants to look up Kilroy Was Here, but essentially it was a meme that became popular during World War II, typically seen in graffiti. Its origin is debated, but the phrase and distinctive accompanying doodle became associated with GIs in the 1940s. So essentially, it goes on to say that during World War II, soldiers would draw this little graphic of a man with a long nose sort of like peeking over a wall. So it's just a circle for a head with like the nose hanging over the wall, and then two hands over a wall, and then it would say Kilroy Was Here, and that was it. Like there was no kind of joke or anything. It wasn't necessarily I guess meant to make you laugh, but it was altered and replicated in many different ways. So there was lots of different alternatives to it, like the drawing would slightly change, the writing would slightly change, even the names would change a little bit. And
let me ask you this. So going from your definition of meme, and from what I've just read on here, you know the universal S.
Oh yeah,
is that a meme? Because people replicated it.
The S is a meme, yeah.
But it's not.
What do you mean? What
you know the S where you draw
graffiti S that you draw, yeah.
Where no one knows where it comes from.
No,
like a mysterious thing, but everyone did it all around the world. Just bizarre.
Yeah.
But is that a meme?
Yeah.
Or is that something different?
Did it in your textbook?
Yeah, but did that come before World War II?
No, don't think so. No, that'd be after. No. But like, I'm just thinking when you said,
oh yeah, that's definitely a meme.
It's not funny, or there's no like meaning behind it. But it's just strange to think of that as a meme. You know, by the definition, it is, I guess. But would you say drawing an S is a meme? Don't know.
Yeah, I think also with this Kilroy thing, it says here that it was not necessarily what it said, but where it turned up. So there's examples here that like there were reports of German soldiers and I guess anyone from like the Axis finding it in their equipment, like where an American soldier has managed to infiltrate, get in and carve Kilroy was here inside enemy tanks. And obviously that's like a bit of a fuck you to the other side, and also a little bit of like a, oh shit, Kilroy was here. But yeah, I find that's it might be a little bit anticlimactic that is the oldest meme from the 1940s or even 1920s.
I like it, yeah.
I was expecting it to also be, like when I first looked it up, I was also expecting it to be from Romans or something making memes, but no. From the war. What's your favourite meme, guys?
Well, I wrote a couple of things down there. Like originally, when you asked me earlier, I was just purely thinking, what's the name based, picture based, like you said. Mm-hmm. You know, so like because that's the first thing that comes to my head, and you know, so firstly, I just naturally want to think, like the one I really like is you know, lying in bed. I actually made one of these the other day, lying in bed, and it's like what she, or you know, there's a girl with a caption. It's like he's probably thinking about other women, and then there's the guy lying there awake in bed, and it's insert funny thing that he's actually thinking about here, you know. So the one I got shared around the other day was like fucking Bitcoin piece of shit, fucking Bitcoin, you know. And then I actually made one for the band the other day, which is probably not funny or relevant to anyone else, but it was basically like, because it just made me laugh because I had been lying in bed thinking about this. I'm not sure I found it here. It's basically it was that meme, and what I was thinking about was, so, you know, he's probably thinking about other women, him, how are we going to hook the Chauvet park hands into the new PA? I was just lying there thinking about how we're going to hook up the new lights and stuff like that. Right? And then the other one, this is without a doubt my favourite, and I'm going to share this. It's just so perfect. Me and a lot of my friends really like this one, and because it's just so fucking accurate. It's a picture of, I think it's from... I think it's from
that's from Forrest Gump.
Yeah, it's Forrest Gump, Bubba Gump, but he's standing there, it looks like he's gurning out basically. And it says, when you've done a fat line and you're waiting for your turn to tell a story. And it's just fucking so good because it just perfectly encapsulates it. And when I was actually Googling it earlier to find that, because I knew I was going to share it to you, I actually found one of it's Greta Thunberg's face, and it's the same thing. And there's a few of them where it's the same thing, someone gurning like that. But it's just so perfect because there is, if you have just done a fat line and you're waiting, like so many times. Once upon a time when I used to partake, it used to you're not interested in listening to anyone else's story. You're just fucking talking to each other. So it's perfect. Yeah. Anyway, that's me. Oh, and also Aisha, like I shared in that. When thinking about it, we're talking about video memes. This was an E-Bombs World thing that got shared around. There's another one, everyone goes, is that guy dead? Is Aisha guy dead? No one's been able to find him. And it was a guy dancing in his room. Again, one of those things that could only exist really in the art form that is the internet, you know. Dancing to a webcam to the song Aisha, which is actually an old song by this... I went deep on Aisha once. I really liked it. It's a song by this guy called Keb Khaled, and it's like a rye singer. It's like an Indian rye singer from I guess the late 90s. The song, and it's actually in like a sort of French. It's like French Indian. I don't really understand. I'm probably not making that up, but it's kind of French, and it's like. Et tu grabas un duet, abadus if there un duet. And the chorus is like, Aisha, Aisha, écoutez-moi. Aisha, Aisha, ma, ma, ma. That's all this. But then a boy band covered it, and it's like, Aisha, Aisha, in my eyes. And like this guy put up a video of it, and it was like, he was singing to it over like this poorly made kind of backing track that he'd made. It came up like Jellyman. It came up, that was like, must have been like his 4chan username or something, you know, Jellyman06. And he does like a little dance to it, this weird sort of like boy band kind of moves in his bed. He's like clearly in his bedroom, and there's a few like edits on like his bed covers. It's fucking amazing. Like, it just, there's no other medium that would have existed at.
What about
shout out to Jellyman?
What about Taz and Beefy?
Oh, fucking hell. I don't think, does that count as a meme?
It's
though?
got
I
to
don't
be,
know that,
surely.
I guess on a very, very small scale, right?
Yeah, it's a small scale meme.
Yeah.
That's a localised meme.
I fucking love Taz and Beefy. If anyone hasn't seen Taz and Beefy, just search Taz and Beefy in YouTube. They're just the greatest videos you'll probably ever watch. They're amazing. I could go off and I could do a whole episode about Taz and Beefy. So
let's do it.
If you can find Taz or Beefy to interview.
Oh, fuck me, yeah. I'll suck you off for days. I think I've said that in another podcast actually. Try and get Taz and Beefy. Like,
do a little video like exploration.
I'll add that too.
Anyway, what about you, George?
That's a tricky one. I mean, I like all sorts of memes. One of the recent ones that I really found funny was Me and the Boys, Me and the Boys memes. And I don't know why I found it so funny. It's just
what's that one?
Stupid. I'll share an example. But I like the memes that are just ridiculous because I like stupid jokes. I like jokes that aren't funny, and that's the point. You know, that is what's funny about them. So yeah, I just like stuff like that, like Me and the Boys, and it's just got a stupid tagline. I think it's a clip from an old Spider-Man cartoon, or like Superman, maybe Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean now. Yeah,
but it's just got like really stupid expressions, and they've obviously been put into different bits and pieces. I really found that funny, yeah, just like all the reaction ones. You know, like I don't know if you ever used like 9gag.
Yeah, that was just a website you just went for memes.
Yeah, it's just like a meme site. But if you just scroll through that, it's just people posting. Sometimes the funniest things are in the comments because like someone will post something, it would just be like a generic meme, whatever. But in the comments, people are posting the reaction memes, and that's the funny part about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I haven't really got a favourite meme, but Me and the Boys is good. I like the what would win memes. Do you remember those from a few years ago? It'd just be like, what would win? 1 castle wall or 4 trebuchet boys, or you know, it's just like stupid bullshit. I just found it funny because it's just ridiculous. I tell you who has got some good memes. Special guest Faz Brown. She used to come up with some just bizarre memes. So Faz, if you're listening, you need
Meme queen.
Yeah, you need to share some memes with us because I can remember cracking up, just being sent the most ridiculous memes. But what I really enjoy about memes is the waves of them. You know, there'll be like one particular meme that'll take off for maybe like a month or even just like 3 weeks. It might even go on for longer, and then it will just suddenly disappear. It will just be gone forever, and then there'll be a little resurgence maybe for like some weird reason. So I like those ones. I like those little memes that appear for a bit. You know, what is it like the what's that saying? The best stars shine the brightest, or something, or the brightest stars shine for the burn for the shortest amount of time, something like that. You know, they really make it. They make your life good, and then they disappear forever. That's what I like.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and
what
I feel like
is it like saying? I can't remember what the saying is.
Brightest stars, no.
Burn the shortest or something.
Burn the brightest.
No, it's about short. It's
so it's quick. That's what it is. It's the brightest stars. Burn the brightest, so they're quick.
No.
Or is it like the brightest stars shine the brightest, so they reach supernova and ultimately black hole quicker than anything else?
No, it's about.
Is that the saying?
No. It's about like if you're really good at something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You die young.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
I don't know. Anyway, so what I mean is I like the really obscure ones that appear for a brief minute. They make you really laugh, and then they're just gone forever.
Yeah. Lost in the sands of time.
Yeah.
And internet.
Tinternet.
And I think as time goes on as well, like the lifespan of memes reduces as well. Like you used to get a meme and it would be around for years, months, weeks, and then now something gets memed, and the next day it's a dead meme. Next one.
Yeah.
I tell you what, one I quite enjoy. I forgot actually. That don't worry, I can't remember. I can't even describe it.
All right.
It's this.
Must really like it.
It's just really obscure. So, again on 9gag, if there's like a post about something to do with spices or like chilies or anything like that, Dutch people will post this thing saying it's like a picture of a Dutch ship, like a Dutch East Indies ship, saying Dutch or being Dutch intensifies or something like that, or like it's a ship with a there was a post about like there were plans to grow spices on Mars or something.
Yeah.
So it was like a ship with a rocket on it saying the Dutch East Indies Company are going to. That's what I just find.
You love
like
a good
funny,
history
like
meme, didn't you?
Little history meme.
Yeah.
It's just a ridiculous little stupid meme. That, if you don't know, if you don't know what the history is, you've got no fucking idea what it's trying to make you laugh about. So I don't know.
Niche meme.
I like a niche meme. That's what I like.
Well, thanks for listening to us talk about memes for an hour. I did say to you two before we started recording, I was like, I'm going to keep this one short. I'm not going to talk for that long. I said definitely under an hour. That hasn't worked out.
No chance. No.
But I guess
it's all right. It's good to have a return to the old format of just rambling.
Yeah, we were just memeing, man.
Yeah, which is memeing.
Just memeing together.
Yeah.
Is this maybe this whole thing's a meme? Curios cast.
Should we change the name? It should be like Memios Cast.
The Curios meme.
Yeah. We'll make a meme channel.
What do you meme?
Shit.
Yeah,
all right, on that note, on that fucking shit.
Can we do an episode on puns, please?
Oh, no.
Yes.
All right.
Sean.
You can.
Sean
Sean
Buckingham, if you're listening, you need to email in under 500 different aliases to say that you want a pun episode, because then Tom will do it.
Not doing it.
All
right. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Chocolate rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. A baby born will die before the sin. Chocolate rain. The school books say you can't be here again. Chocolate rain. The prisons make you wonder where it went. Chocolate rain. Build a tent and say the world is dry. Chocolate rain. Zoom the camera out and see the light. Chocolate rain. Forecast to be falling yesterday. Chocolate rain. Only in the past is what they say. Chocolate rain. Raised your neighborhood insurance rates. Chocolate rain. Makes us happy living in the gate. Chocolate rain. Made me cross the street the other day. Chocolate rain. Made you turn your head the other way. Chocolate rain. History quickly crashing through your veins. Chocolate rain. Using you to fall back down again. Chocolate rain. History quickly crashing through your veins. Chocolate rain. Using you to fall back down.